How do you keep your toddler in the crib? I've had a load of questions and comments come through in response to a previous video that I posted about trying to keep your toddler in the crib until they are between 2.5 to 3 years old. And the reason for that is because as a pediatric sleep consultant, that is a time that I get a lot of phone calls because it commonly coincides with the 2-year-old sleep regression. And for a lot of toddlers, that is when they can find themselves with major sleep disruptions. Now, there will always be outliers. No child is exactly the same. So there will be children who can do the transition earlier, but I'm talking about a big part of the population for toddlers that if they do it early, it does cause major sleep disruptions. So if you're wanting to keep your toddler in the crib until that age, between 2.5 to 3 years old, there are 5 things that I recommend that you can do, which will help to try and keep them in there as long as you can. So starting with number 1, first thing you do is obviously you drop the mattress to its lowest settings, but you also clear the area, both inside and outside of the crib, of all possible things that they could use to leverage to get out of the crib. So if there's any pillows or toys, or if there's any chairs or change tables around the crib, move all of that out of the way because you don't want them to get their legs up on anything to get that extra height. So that is number 1. Number 2 is to make sure that you have them in a sleep sack. When they're in a sleep sack, it's much more challenging for them to be able to get their legs over the railing. So if you are already having them in the sleep sack, but they can escape that, you need to turn the sleep sack inside out or turn it around back to front. When you do that and it's inside out, it is far more challenging for them to get their fingers around the zip and to undo it and to pull themselves out of it. So that's an excellent way to try and stop them from escaping the sleep sack. The third thing that you can use is there are pajamas called little grounders, and they have a piece of fabric in between the legs that again stop them from getting their leg over that rail. Number 4 is that you can turn the crib around. So if you have a crib where it has a higher side, and usually that side is at the back, when you flip that around so the short edge is against the wall, it's a higher barrier for them to get over the crib. And then last but not least, you can catch them in the act. So if you see them about to do it on the monitor, you go in and you tell them that you've caught them, and that can be enough to deter them. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you want any more baby and toddler sleep tips, follow along here.